Hello, I'm Rebecca Vaughn. It's Saturday, July 20th. Here's a look at the top stories from your trusted local news source. President Biden is forging ahead with his campaign despite a growing number of Democrats calling for him to step aside. He says he will continue with events next week after a COVID infection has left him in isolation. As of Friday, 35 House Democrats and 4 Democratic senators have called on him to drop out of the race. Biden is pushing back against this and is calling for party unity to combat what he calls a dark vision from former President Trump. Members of his administration, including Vice President Harris, are working to convince donors Biden can win come November. But major donors point to fundraising efforts slowing in recent weeks, saying that will impact the campaign. Former President Trump is working to capitalize on momentum from the Republican National Convention with a stop to another crucial Midwestern state, Michigan. Vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance will join Trump for a rally in Grand Rapids today. A new, more restrictive Iowa abortion law did not take effect yesterday. The delay comes as Planned Parenthood asks the Iowa Supreme Court to rehear the case. The new law would ban abortions after fetal cardiac activity is detected. That is usually around 6 weeks into a pregnancy when most patients don't know they're pregnant. There are exceptions for rape, incest, or if the patient's life is at risk. Planned Parenthood says the law creates a lot of gray areas for physicians and could harm patients. If the Iowa Supreme Court chooses not to rehear the case, it will get passed to the district court where a judge will set the date on when it will take effect. In a statement, the president of Planned Parenthood North Central States wrote in part, "Today is a temporary relief during an emotional and trying moment. As of today, abortion is still safe and legal in Iowa up to 20 weeks of pregnancy. We know patients deserve so much more than navigating this landscape of manufactured confusion and are committed to helping them get the care they decide is best for their bodies and futures." A Dubuque man will spend the rest of his life in prison after a jury found him guilty of the murder of his mother. A jury deliberated less than 2 hours before handing down Tyler Daisy's verdict. Daisy was charged after his mother was found dead in her home in January. The family dog was also found dead. Police say Daisy told them his mom was practicing witchcraft. His lawyers had tried to declare him incompetent for the trial, but all the motions were denied, and Daisy did not appear in court at all, telling judge he would not participate due to religious reasons. He also did not join virtually to hear the verdict. Daisy faces a mandatory sentence of life in prison. And in a TV9 update, the Strawberry Point Firefighters Association says it's exploring all options to get back in service with the fire department. The department remains out of service after all 24 volunteer members quit last week. They said the decision was due to a lack of support from the Strawberry Point City Council and the mayor. A city council vote to reappoint the fire chief failed 4-1. The Firefighter Association has started a GoFundMe to support their efforts. Thanks for watching. Tune into TV9 and KCRG.com for the latest updates and breaking news.